All right, chat. You know what it is. Another season, another tier list. Kind of similar to what I did last time. This is probably a very early tier list, and I'll be honest, kind of maybe somewhat surprisingly, a lot of things have changed. I've been doing this in all the other tier lists, but I think I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do the I'm gonna give an S plus tier because I think like many people have said, so many characters in this game are just so good that it's like an S tier and an S plus are somewhat different. Like, I don't even think S tiers necessarily even need to be nerfed. I think S pluses probably could use some fine tuning. That being said, this is very early, so my opinions might be cooked, but this is literally just my first impressions. But let's get into it. Starting with Adam Warlock, who did receive a nerf. His ult was reworked a little bit to now it gives 30% healing or like of your base HP when you revive. I don't actually hate this change. But I think I don't know, man. I feel like the thing about it should not be 100%. We learned that from Mercy, but that being said, for how somewhat like long the startup for the ults is, I feel like it could be 50%. If it's 50%, I feel like, I don't know. That being said though, maybe he doesn't even need a nerf because the Star-Lord and Mantis team up is still pretty fucking strong. That being said, they nerfed Soulbond. It now is 40 seconds instead of 30. Which is crazy because Loki's ability is 30 seconds, which it did just get nerfed to. And this one is significantly better than Loki's. Loki's is way better. That being said, I'm going to give him an A tier. I think he's good, and he's good in a dive. But that being said, I feel like he's not as good because last season he was pretty firmly in the S tier in my opinion. But now I think he's still A. He's high A, let me say that. Like, he could be low S, but I think for the meta surrounding him, I would probably put him at A tier. Black Panther, man, I'm not gonna lie, this character is low-key. This character needs some help, I'm not gonna lie. I think Black Panther actually is Black Panther's kind of a noob trap because he's very difficult maybe to deal with for lower ranks, but in higher ranks, which I'm saying higher ranks in quotation marks, but let's be honest, like, you got character like Adam Warlock counters him, The Thing counters him, Loki counters him, Mantis counters him, Namora counters him, like Scarlet Witch maybe counters him, like so many fucking Bucky counters him as well, like so many Mr. Fantastic, Invisible, all these characters all like counter him, and like it's so hard for him to do his job. I think E could use a buff. His damage or nothing doesn't need to change. I think maybe they could potentially, I think honestly the counters around him need maybe nerfs, and then he probably needs a buff, and then he'd probably be okay. But I don't know, like BP, if the nerf he got in season 1 was reverted, like, I still think he would probably not be very good. Not gonna lie. But, yeah. Black Widow, dude, is kind of hard. They just keep buffing this character, man. And she just keeps getting better. I don't know, man. See, this is the thing. I'm gonna put a spoiler alert and say Hawkeye is fucking broken. Again, they just like giga buffed this character for literally no reason. He already wasn't bad at all. He was already like a B tier character, pretty balanced in my opinion. And then they just like giga buffed him. No reason to do that. Fuck Hawkeye. But Black Widow has a very, very strong team up with Hawkeye. And in my opinion, with the overall balance changes and characters, she actually, I don't know, dude. Black Widow might be B tier. She might be B tier, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I really don't know. She's so comp dependent though. She is really comp dependent. Like, she needs that Hawkeye, she needs the Mantis. She needs those characters, but when she has them, she's pretty fucking strong. I'm going to put her on B tier now. I might end up lowering her. But I don't know, dude. I feel like people just want to keep saying Black Widow is ass when she's like really not that bad. She really is not that bad. So I'm going to put her in B. Hulk, I think Hulk is very strong. I think Hulk, after a few nerfs, is kind of starting to fall off, especially with the Gamma team up getting nerfed. But now he's got that Namor added to the team up. And he got quite a lot of buffs. I think he's back to being pretty strong. I like Hulk. I think Hulk's a very high skill character. I think Hulk is good. Is a fine character to be strong. I think also the fact that a character like Bucky no longer has the Rocket team up, to have that infinite ammo to just burst him down definitely helps him. But yeah. Captain America, my tried and true, my favorite character. I'm gonna put him in A tier. I think if I'm putting Black Widow here, I don't feel like I can put I think Captain America is probably a tier above Black Widow. So I think Black Widow either moves down or Cap goes up. But I want to glaze my guy real quick. So Captain America, he got a new team up. Honestly, I don't think the team up is very good, but him being the anchor and giving him essentially 75 more HP and 5% more damage in exchange for what is it? 50 less HP on his shield. I mean, it's a buff. All things considered, it's actually not a huge buff, to be honest. Because if you think about it, 5% damage, if Cap's doing 1%, like Captain America does 30% per hit, now he does 31.5 per hit. Like he does 1 damage more on most of his abilities. So not significant, but I'll keep him here because of his ult for now. His ult is very strong. It's pretty much just a third support ult, which is pretty good. And I like Cap. He's the most fun character in this game. I absolutely fucking love Captain America. I play him literally everywhere and anything. I think maybe what is hurting him is the amount of dive counters in the game. You know, you got fucking Namor, you got the Thing, you got Loki. These characters aren't necessarily amazing to go against this Cap, but I think Cap is still an A tier character. Cloak and Dagger, I think, is also an A tier character. I put him above Adam Warlock. She got a small buff, which now like her ult. To be fair, I thought this is how it worked originally, but now all of like the dashes end when the last one does, which actually I don't think it actually increases the timer by that much, but I mean it's nice. She does a lot of healing, which is nice. The Discord is pretty good in some specific tanks, but I don't know. She's overall just a decent heal bot. And yeah, I feel like Dive having so many people that like get countered. Like Dive has so many counters in the game right now, and she's pretty weak to Dive. So yeah, I think like Dive not being maybe the best is maybe probably good for her. Strange, man. I think Strange. I don't know. I think Strange is probably. I think Captain America is honestly probably better than Strange. It's hard. I'll be honest. These two are a toss. I think these two are right next to each other, in my opinion. Like literally right next to each other. Like the way I order it, I always order tanks first, DPS, and then supports. So like maybe Cloak and Dagger gets more plates. I don't think you can compare a Cloak and Dagger and Captain America, something like that. So, but these two are a toss-up. I think you could edge Strange out because the team up with Wanda is very good. But I don't know, man. His damage just kind of got gutted. Really for no reason. I didn't think Strange needed any more nerfs. They just kept nerfing this character until now. Like I'll be honest, most of the tanks in this game are strong. So like Strange being like down here is pretty bad. All things considered. I don't know, man. I mean, he lost the Gamma team up as well. All he pretty much got was 100 more HP. That was it. which doesn't even make a big difference when you're using the shield that much, but Strange was a lot better because he pretty much just shielded and did damage, and now he can pretty much just only shield. So, yeah. Brute, easy S tier. They did not nerf this character at all. He is probably, spoiler alert, the best tank in the game. He does the most damage on the tank roster. He just kind of fucks everyone up. His ult is nuts. Probably top 5 ults in the game. Yeah, he's just strong, dude. He's just really strong. Does a lot of damage. Has a lot of survivability. Is good at a Hawkeye because Hawkeye can't charge his arrows off the walls. Yeah. Hela is still very fucking good, but I'll put her S tier. I'll put her S tier because I think the fact her bird did get nerfed, like she does have less movement, so there is that. Surprise, actually, Hawkeye is actually better than Hela now, and these two characters just have to keep getting fucking buffs. These characters can never be bad. I mean, Hawkeye was pretty bad, but Hela's really never been bad. Hela's nuts. I mean, Hela's like, it is a fine line between S plus and S. Like, I think you could argue Hela's at S plus actually, because I think I could maybe, honestly, I might move Hela up here, but for now I'll keep her in S, because I think I would maybe like to see us nerf to Hela, but I don't know. This might be a surprising one, but Iron Fist, man, dude, I think Iron Fist is going in S tier. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know if you guys have had the same shit that I've been having, but the melee characters are taking over the game. I see Mr. Fantastic, Iron Fist, these characters, I see them everywhere now, it feels like. And I don't even really, I mean, okay, they both got buffs. Iron Fist actually got pretty nice buffs, actually. Like, he got cooldown reductions. He does more damage to tanks. He fucks Groot, kinda. Like, you can't ban Wolverine and Iron Fist the same one. Iron Fist kind of shits all over tanks. Like, really the only tank he doesn't shit on, straight up, is probably the Thing and Cap. And, I mean, the Thing gets melted down, but I think the Thing is, the Thing with the Earthbound ability kind of keeps you in place, so it's not as crazy. But, dude, I don't know. I swear this character feels really fucking good. And he's very, very difficult to kill. If you got people that are be blocking and they using the meditation, all that shit, getting your abilities back, it's fucking strong. Yeah, Captain America, or sorry, Iron Man. I think Iron Man's a C tier. Iron Man kind of just gets shit on by Hawkeye, Hela. The Gamma team up really isn't that crazy anymore, even though Hulk is good. I mean, you could argue he's B tier. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Iron Mans, and they did nerf the size of his hitbox, which, I mean, is actually significant because, one, the reason is he's bad is because he's really slow in the air and big hitbox, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna help him. He does an insane amount of, he is a glass cannon. He does wild amounts of damage, but doesn't really have much to show for it when he dies most of the time. Jeff, I think Jeff is a B tier character. You know, you got those, I don't know, man. No. I almost kind of, Jeff is strong, actually. I think Jeff is actually very underrated, because the thing about Jeff is he cannot die. But the thing is, like, you kind of do need triple support for Jeff. Like, he never dies even if he's just healing, but he's not getting too much value when he's just healing because his ult isn't as strong as, like, other support ults. And it's also somewhat situational. But Jeff does a surprising amount of damage. Yeah, he is just a DPS pretty much. Loki, easy S tier. Probably the best support in the game still. The only nerf they gave him was making it so his like immortality field or whatever has 5 more seconds of cooldown. Now it's a 30-second cooldown. I mean, 30 seconds is a long time. Like, you gotta think that's like Soul Bond range now. I mean, fuck, not anymore, because Soul Bond is 40 seconds. But, I mean, Loki pretty much is just still doing the same shit he was doing. Clones are nuts. His ult is nuts. Insane amount of survivability. I think you will definitely feel the 5 seconds, but like Loki is still probably the most versatile and best support in the game. On another note, the only one that can compete though is probably Luna Snow. Luna Snow, I mean, what do we fucking say? She didn't even get a nerf. She lost Namor in the team up. But obviously, as you'll see later, Namor got something else, which makes him insane. So I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to say. She's always strong. Now Magic is weird because Magic is, I don't know. I thought Magic was borderline S tier, like high A tier, and now I feel like she's kind of fallen down a little bit. Not too much. I think she's not bad. It's probably the meta around her. It's gotten a little worse. I think her also losing Psylocke in the team up is also a little rough because what is it? Psylocke I think is very good, and that like doesn't give her any points. But Magic, I mean, I think Magic's still B tier. I think it's hard to do her job when you have characters like the Thing and Namor in the game. But I mean, she can still just be an assassin. She can still fuck you up. She can still play frontline and just never die. She can still do all these things. And yeah, I mean, Magic's just Magic. I don't think she necessarily needs a buff because I think she could become overpowered with a buff. I think the meta maybe just doesn't favor her right now. And I think if characters get brought down, she'll definitely go up. Magneto still S+. Magneto doesn't really get banned ever, but like all they did I think was increase how much his ult costs, which I mean is meaningful, but like I mean he still has probably the most survivability out of any tank. He pretty much just sits there, doesn't really do anything, and just tanks hits. And yeah, he's a team player, but I mean as a Magneto, this character is so fucking boring. So like he's like, I think you could argue Sigma's boring, and I feel like you somehow found a way to make Sigma more boring. But yeah, Mantis I think is gonna go in that A tier. I'm gonna put her up. Do I put her above or below? This is another one. These two are interchangeable, in my opinion. I'm gonna put her below, slightly below, just because even though Soul Bond, like she received a 25% HP nerf, but now can stack it twice, which is good for some characters and bad with others. As we've seen somewhat with Hela, like 25 HP does make a difference for squishies. And especially she doesn't have a movement ability out besides like her running slightly faster. I don't know. Mantis is okay. She's really good with Black Widow. She's good with the Atom team up, but I don't know. I just think like her ult isn't as strong as most other ults. And we just got new competition with a new reworked ult, spoiler alert, that kind of just does her job, but better, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. Moon Knight. So I don't know why I've been seeing this trend of people putting Moon Knight in S tier. Bro, chat, I don't know what we're talking about here. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't think Moon Knight could be any better than B tier. I think he could even be C tier. He got quite a lot of buffs. His projectiles shoot faster. He gets some overhealth off his right click now. His ult lasts longer, but now his fall off damage, which I think is actually a nerf. Because most of the time you're getting kills with the Moon Knight ult like immediately. I don't know what people are smoking. Like, this character still has a massive hitbox. Dive, like, even if you have a Namor and shit, a Psylocke is just gonna come up and fuck this guy. As a Captain America, I love going against Moon Knight because I just raped this guy the entire game. I don't know why I saw a bunch of people saying Moon Knight's broken, all this shit. I mean, I think it's good. I think it's a buff, but I mean, and I like the fact that less power is in his ult because he was like S tier when his ult was kind of overpowered and bugged. But yeah, no, I don't know why I see all that people. Moon Knight, I still think is probably one of the worst DPS in the game. Namor, yeah, Namor's insane. They pretty much just swapped out a broken team up for a new broken team up, and it's currently bugged right now to where it kind of doesn't really work on Spider-Man and Black Panther. Spider-Man's more significant, Black Panther not really, because Black Panther's still ass. But once that's presumably fixed, I mean, this team up is nuts. I don't even necessarily remember what the cooldown is, but I assume it's 30 seconds, probably the same as the squid. But I mean, it's so strong. It really is. And Namor didn't, like, I think Namor himself without the team up is still arguably needs a nerf, in my opinion. So I think just giving him a broken team up makes him more broken. Yeah. Penny received a whole lot of buffs. I still haven't been seeing her too much. But my gut feeling is telling me that she's not bad at all. I think she was arguably D tier, C tier. I think she's now probably in that B tier. I think she's probably pretty good. Yeah, I think they fixed some of the bugs. So she was bugged that made her like really bad in like 1.5 like last time. But I think they fixed that, so now she should be good. Psylocke, man, Psylocke. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna put Psylocke. I think Psylocke is probably the worst DPS in this tier, but it's still like pretty fucking dominant. She got a new team up with Emma Frost, which I don't want to spoil alert, but I'll just say gets a lot more use than the Magic team up, even though the Magic team up is pretty fucking good. But yeah, Psylocke is just good. Like, she hasn't received really any changes, and people kind of started to put her lower, just because I think people started to deal with her again. But I mean, I don't really understand. She's still fucking insane. She definitely is pretty much only held back by Namor, and Loki specifically is a really, really big counter into her. Fantastic as well, I think, is really good against Psylocke, but that all being said, she's still super fucking good. I mean, you talk about a character that gatekeeps. Moon Knight will never be good as long as Psylocke's in the game. So Punisher, I think Punisher first A tier DPS. I think he didn't receive any changes, I think, but I think he gets an indirect buff with the fact that Rocket is a whole lot better this season. So he'll have access to that team up more, but that kind of being said, characters like Hela and Hawkeye just sort of shit on him. Yeah, so, I mean, Psylocke kind of shits on him too. He does kind of just get fucked, so that's kind of why he's not higher, but, I mean, he's fine. I don't think he needs changes. Rocket, yeah, Rocket is probably in that S+. I don't think he's the best support in the game, because I've been seeing some people do that or say that, but I was very skeptical of the changes. I wasn't sure how they were gonna necessarily work out for him. I didn't know how the 55 burst or whatever was gonna work, but I think people have realized that you can bounce it off the ground, you can bounce it on walls, and it like resets the thing, so you can essentially get like in like a second, you can literally get like 180 healing, like literally almost instantly. Yeah, that's really strong. His ult is a lot better now. Like now it's a pretty good tempo one. It can get destroyed, and I think people are actually going to start adapting because no one destroyed the amplifier before, but now people definitely are. I think people are somewhat overrating him a little bit because he feels so good. I think people also, as the game goes on, will get better at countering him because his movement is a lot worse, but I think he's still really fucking strong. Yeah. Wanda. This one is fucking hard. This one is really, really hard. Because the team up with Strange is really fucking good. But like also she's kind of ass. She got buffs though, actually. She's probably C tier. She's probably C tier even without the team up. So I think with the team up, I'll average it out. I'm gonna put her in A tier. I think you could interchangeably put her with Magic. It feels wrong to put Magic this low because I feel like Magic is kind of low, but I don't know, man. I feel like people are just doing their job better than her. But Wanda, she got a lot of buffs. She does more damage now. Ult's better. Fade's a little worse, but for all the other buffs, definitely worth it. Spider-Man, I mean, shit, bruh. Spider-Man is... I'll put Spider-Man A tier. Like I kind of did say, Namor does fuck him up, but I will say, just ban Namor, which is kind of what's happening. And then you got the Thing does fuck Spider-Man, but I think unlike a lot of other dive characters like Captain America or Magic or Black Panther, Spider-Man can kind of avoid the Thing. He doesn't have to necessarily like go into his range, unlike these other characters that need to get close. So Spider-Man kind of has that good flexibility to just be able to stay out of danger. Yeah. Spider-Man's really fucking good as well with Venom. So that team up is nutty. Speaking of nutty, Squirrel Girl, I'll put her like B tier. I don't know. I low-key think Wanda is probably better than her. But the team up with Spider-Man is really good, but these characters have literally zero synergy outside of the team up. But I don't know. I mean, with the team up, she's probably like A tier again, kind of similar to Wanda, but without it is kind of okay on her own, but I don't know. Star-Lord, I think Star-Lord did definitely take a hit. But that being said, his ult is still pretty insane. I probably would still put him S tier. I don't know. Hela might be better. I think the fact Adam Warlock got nerfed, I think that I'm gonna put because Hela pretty much like Loki's really good, and you may as well just play Hela with Loki. So like I think the fact that team up is good is gonna put Hela above Star-Lord, but Star-Lord still really strong, still insane with the team up, but the team up did kind of get nerfed indirectly because Adam Warlock is the anchor, but yeah, he's still pretty fucking strong. Storm lost the team up. Storm lost that team up with Thor. Though to be fair, I think Thor's at actually a pretty rough spot. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to look. I don't know. I'm trying to look here. I think she's somewhere in this A tier because she honestly hasn't. Nah. I'm gonna put her like A tier. I'm gonna put her like A tier. I'll put her above the Punisher. Really? I don't know. It's tough because these top characters I think are just these characters. You see these characters every single game, especially like if you're lower rank. Like Gold now has bans, and these characters just get like I just see these characters in every game. So it's like seeing like all of these characters down here, I feel like get like zero playtime. And all like the game is very top heavy right now. Like I see Groot, Mag, Namor, Hawkeye, Psylocke, like these Rocket, Loki, these characters, I see them every single fucking game. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll put Storm A tier. I don't think she's bad, but yeah. Thor, man. Thor, how, in my opinion, the mighty have fallen. Thor, I just feel like keeps getting shit on. He lost 25 HP, but he moves faster. I don't know, man. This might be a hot take. I'm gonna put Thor as the worst tank in the game. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's horrible. He's like not horrible, but like he sucks into the thing. He just is not like amazing. Like Hawkeye shits on him. Namor kinda shits on him. Hela shits on him. Hela's obviously good with him, but I don't know, man. I just don't think Thor has too much of a place in the game right now. The team up is good, but like it's the same thing. Why play like the Strange and Wanda team up is not better than just playing like Hawkeye, Namor, or Psylocke. So why ever play Wanda? But the opportunity cost just isn't there for Thor, even with his insane damage. I think he could definitely use a buff, in my opinion. Who doesn't need a buff though is Venom. Venom is S tier. I'm gonna put him slightly below Hulk though, because Hulk has the Namor thing, and Hulk did get some nice buffs. Venom was unchanged, but Venom's still very, very fucking strong with Spider-Man and Dive in general. He's really good at comboing with Iron Fist, Captain America characters like that. He's just really strong. If you're playing Dive, you kind of usually always need a Venom. Winter Soldier. I think Winter Soldier is also still S tier. Maybe lower S tier. I don't know. I'll put him below Iron Fist. Because I think he's like a tier above. Like these characters, but I don't know. The main nerf was the 4 seconds of Hook. I don't necessarily think the ult nerf was that insane, but yeah. Wolverine. I think Wolverine is also still S tier. I'm gonna put him right here. He's him and Iron Fist. I don't know. Maybe a hot take. I'm gonna put him above Iron Fist or below. Iron Fist is low-key just more versatile right now than Wolverine is. And Wolverine has more counters in the game than Iron Fist does. So I think that's why I'm gonna put Iron Fist above Wolverine. That is crazy, I'm saying. But Wolverine, pretty much his rage drive was just slightly kind of reworked. He gets more from taking damage, but less from attacking. You know, he's okay. Fantastic, man. Speaking of someone who I think has had a fucking glow up, I think Fantastic is low-key strong. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't want to go crazy. Okay. I'm gonna put him S tier. I don't even fucking care, man. I don't know. I can't be the only one that thinks that this character has some potential that's maybe not being seen yet. I don't know, man. I think he's actually fucking good, and I think the buffs he got are meaningful. I think there more needs to be explored with this character, but I think he's a really strong anti-dive option. And he can brawl too. Like, he's pretty good at fucking brawling. Like, honestly, he plays kind of how I would love in my head a Roadhog type character to play. Like, pretty much just as it, like, Roadhog, instead of being a one-shot machine, he's like an anti-dive character. I think Fantastic's good. Invisible Woman, I don't even think she got a change. I think she's still S+. Ult really good. That's pretty much it. You know the drill. The Thing, I think The Thing is also S+. I'm going to put The Thing above Magneto, I'm not going to lie. I think Magneto maybe gets played more. But I think The Thing, with the fact he has that team up with Susan, I think puts him above. Because Magneto, I don't think the team up with Emma Frost is that good on Magneto. A lot better for Psylocke, but yeah, I don't know. The Thing, he just fucks dive and he punches and stays alive all the time. Johnny Storm. Speaking of more characters with glow-ups, this character's in every game now. What is this? What is this? I'm gonna put him below Fantastic. I think I'm low-key high on Fantastic. I don't know. I'm high on all three of these characters. I don't know. I don't want to like be jumping the gun here, but I swear Iron Fist, Fantastic, and Human Torch are all in the same category of characters that just got buffs. Just like multiple buffs that make them better. So they also have an Invisible Woman who's in almost every game. So I don't know, like running the four together isn't even horrible. It genuinely isn't. Team up is good. Finally, Emma Frost. I think Emma Frost does go in that S+ tier. Yeah, she's I don't know. I might be a little too high on her as well. And part of me thinks there's honestly too many characters in S+. But I mean, S+ is actually the most crowded tier. S+ is the most crowded tier. I don't know. This is probably what I'd put on a power ranking scale. This is what I'd put the characters as. If I were to make characters that get like a band type tier list, I would probably I'd move Magneto down to S. I'd move probably Psylocke down to here. I don't know. Hawkeye gets banned a lot. And then maybe I'd move The Thing down. Maybe I'd also move Emma Frost down. That's probably more like it. But I don't know, man. I feel like I think these characters are strong. And I think that this is where they should go. Genuinely, in my opinion. But yeah. That is my way too early, season 2 tier list. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if I'm cooking. Let me know if I'm not. And yeah, that's all I got.